Hello there, everybody.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Hello, welcome.
We're not doing episodes, right?
No,
Uh,
we're just kind
I
of
don't think so.
yeah, we're just
Episodes are for TV shows. Get that shit off my podcast.
right. If we can even call this a podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about, or this time around, I suppose, we're gonna be talking about retro games because we had nothing, absolutely nothing to talk about.
That's not true. We have tons of talk about.
We're
It's
boring.
Just retro games are awesome.
We're boring, and we thought we'd bring you into the world of talking about Soul Calibur 2, as we often find ourselves doing.
Soul Calibur
Yeah.
2. God, that game is old as shit.
So
It is.
How many Soul Caliburs are there?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
what did it start as?
Soul
Soul
Calibur
Blade.
2 came out as
It started as Soul
Soul Blade.
Blade.
2002.
Dreamcast. Soul Blade is
there we go.
Dreamcast.
So no, Soul Blade was PS1.
Yeah, I guess that too.
Really?
Actually, because
It
they
was
did a
also on the
PS1
Dreamcast,
emulator.
so
Let's
that's
check.
what I remember it being on.
Well, it might have been on both, actually.
Probably.
Yeah, see right here, Soul Blade PlayStation.
That's Soul Edge.
Oh,
That's Soul
Soul
Blade.
Edge is the one.
No,
That's
this
not
is Soul Blade.
Wait,
It says right there, Soul
is the
Soul
name
Blade.
of the fucking sword and
For those of you curious, we're looking it up.
Yeah, looking it up online. We're at my computer. Yeah, see Soul Blade PlayStation.
Uh,
It might have been called. That's not the. Might have
No.
been called Soul Edge in America and Soul Blade in Japan or whatever.
it possibly could have been, but anyway, that
Yeah.
being the first one, so I guess kind of six in the series, not counting the pachinko machine and
Where's the pachinko?
and the portable games.
I'm not familiar.
Ugh.
Yeah, just look up Soul Calibur pachinko.
Why is that a thing?
That's actually the most recent Soul Calibur game we have.
Oh, so the pachinko is the most recent.
Yeah.
Is because they're like, oh, we know we're dead. We'll just go out with a little
Kind of.
Whizzle.
Yeah, really, this was a...
Hachi slot. Fudge.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what pachinko is, really. I think, isn't it
It's that thing from The Price
has
is Right.
balls.
Price
You
is Right
drop-
thing?
You drop something at the top in a certain area, and then
Yeah.
it'll go down and bounce back and forth. and
Wherever
then at
it
the bottom,
lands.
It's
I
got,
haven't
like,
seen much of it.
yeah.
Like,
Apparently, it was like the
2004.
worst. Like it gave you the quote unquote highest win or highest cash prize on The Price is Right or whatever it was called.
Pachinko?
Yeah.
I always feel like people got fucked
I
over at
never
pachinko.
thought.
Of course,
it was
people
the
got
same
like
shit
5
as that,
coins.
but I don't know anything.
like some people won the
I don't know.
quote unquote grand prize, and there you go.
Because I know they've
complained.
got the gambling places and the arcades, and they're pretty much all pachinko. And you hear the bing ding. I always thought it was kind of a. I knew it had the metal balls and shit.
Mhm.
I always thought it was kind of like a pinball.
Pinball's
But
better.
different.
Well,
you know,
pachinko doesn't
obviously.
use metal balls, does it? I think that
I thought it
Well,
did.
I'm pretty sure it
depends,
just uses
um,
coin-shaped deals, like how
Yeah.
Price is Right uses.
Like The Price is Right uses those, but
They use
some
big ones
use-
'cause
some
it's
of
a
them
big
use
I
balls.
remember
pachinko
they were
machine.
metal balls when
Some
I
of
saw
them do, like because they have those little handheld cheapy toys, and those ones had the little metal balls in it.
Right.
You just like fling it like you would like a fucking pinball machine,
Right.
and then it would go around and it would like randomly drop down and shit.
Back on to Soul Calibur.
Yeah, Soul Calibur, Soul Edge, first game, 1996, then Soul Calibur 98, so on and so forth, up until the Unbreakable Soul was the last one in 2014.
Which was a PSP game, I think, right?
Soul Calibur Unbreakable
Or
Soul.
no, was that the pachinko?
That one is whoa, what the fudge? This one platform it's iOS.
Okay. Never heard
Mobile
of it.
adventure. Wait, so then that means I think it was Lost Sword was also in 2014. That one was the what was it platform PlayStation 3. Holy shit!
I've never heard of that.
Why
Never
was
heard
it
of
on
that.
PlayStation 14?
What is that? I've never.
yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't play it. It's digital download. I guess it wasn't an actual
Must have been like a $15 like
probably
It's
Journey-esque
probably like
type.
10, I'd say.
that
15.
game. Didn't Tekken have like a free one or something?
Tekken? I'm not sure. Tekken's still going though.
It was a free download though, and I was just like, paid for the characters, and
Killer Instinct. Talking about that?
No,
definitely not. It was on the.
I don't know how we got into
PS3,
fighting
I
games.
think.
because Soul Calibur.
It's Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur 2 was the best, and all three of us agree it was 2. It was the best, right?
Well, not all three of us. I say 3 was the best.
That's right.
Oh.
No, wait, yeah, no,
Anyways,
actually,
Personally,
I'm sorry.
3 was my favorite.
Disregard what I said. I agree with you because 3 had that delicious fighting style with the kicks.
The Greaves. Yeah, the
Greaves were-
Soul Greaves.
I honestly probably wouldn't like 3 if I played it today. I didn't like it back then, and I only had it for like a week. Or
I really enjoyed
I
it, man.
wanted it
Like,
back because I borrowed it from.
I really enjoyed it. I just feel like there was. I mean, guys, we've had this conversation
Thousands.
thousands of times.
Usually
But-
when we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I can just tell you this, that 3 was my favorite, not just because of the Greaves. The Greaves were absolutely my favorite fighting style, but it was kind of the first iteration I had. Nice.
Everyone ignore that.
It's an ad on the
Awesome.
on the computer. We'll probably throw up that ad on. No.
Oops.
But 3 was. I think 3 was my favorite because the customization.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the customization was insane in that game, and so I was like hype for 4. Get me fucking hype for 4. 4 comes out and it's lackluster at best. It was like
It's weird. That
Yoda and Darth Vader. I'm like, dude, that's fucking that's hype. I was ready to fucking create a character with damn
I pre-ordered
lightsabers.
that shit. I got everything on that shit.
I was ready to create a character with lightsabers. That's
I
all I
didn't have
wanted
a
to do.
fucking PS3 to like 2012. It was already old by then, so yeah, I played it. And I was like, this shit sucks, dude.
I remember the day. I remember you being like, "Yeah, I ordered my PS3 on Amazon. It should be here."
Yeah.
With Ratchet and Clank or some shit like that. I don't know. I
can't remember what it came with.
Ratchet and Clank was a good classic game. Good.
Yeah, I guess
Retro,
I've
quote
played
unquote.
It's like
Soul Calibur
classic
is-
now. It's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
Who knows?
How old are we?
28, 50.
2850.
There were a lot. Like Soul Calibur 3, I think it also had, in my opinion, the best story mode, like the quote unquote campaign. I guess that was the best. I didn't quite like 4's. It was kind of lame. Just it was arcade mode, but not arcade mode. It was arcade mode without the you die you lose thing.
I feel like if you didn't play story mode with Vader, you were doing it wrong. Because I think that's what they built it around. Like,
was the story mode still like the you travel the map bullshit?
in 4,
4 no.
no, it was in 3.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of it was kind of different. Like
I know in 3 it was like different from 2, and I kind of instantly disliked it because I was recently right off of 2, and I'm like, what is this? You know, I really did enjoy 2's map thingy, but
2
what did
was
4 fucking have then?
2 was cool. 2 was neat. Well, 4 was similar to 3's story, but it was just it was just like text based. Like they'd tell you the story and then they'd
I'd have to give it a try, but
careful with that because you're gonna
Not
pick up the
gonna-
audio.
No, I muted it and changed it all. This was 3. 3 was basically you have a map and they have like little towers and shit, and you go and you move and you
Yes.
attack towers, and
I'm
then
familiar.
Maybe-
with that. I
Maybe
used it
see.
very little.
I don't recall that being the story. I recall text
This
based.
is the main campaign. Arcade is the.
This is 3.
yes, this is 3.
Okay, no. I thought this was 4. For some reason, I thought we were talking about 4.
Oh well, yeah, 4 was
You see
shit.
text based like a fucking like a Persona game where they just talk at you.
No,
or-
it would like come up with the like Vader went
Oh, like a black
da 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 da
screen
da
with
da da
words.
da 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 da, and then you'd load into the battle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dumb, and I didn't like that at all. It was awful. Like I don't like that. Like you're making a campaign, don't make it just every other fucking fighting game.
Right.
You know,
Really.
that's why I like 3 the most. I think that's the thing that drew me to it the most was the campaign, because I thought it was more interactive and fun. Granted, you did just fight
Like that.
But-
You see, like how it's like stage 1 visitor, and then it was this is it.
Like,
and then
Yoda.
once you're done with this, it moves on to like a little text screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll after you kill everybody, it moves like it'll tell you like maybe like, ooh, this person started following Yoda, or this person was impressed and started following you, you know.
Huh.
Like
That also fucked me up about 4 is that you don't get the character, you have to buy it. You have to. Who was it?
unlock it.
I think
It's the
Vader.
opposite one.
Vader came with PS3,
No,
yeah.
Well,
or did
I
Yoda come with
think-
PS3?
oh no.
No, Yoda
Vader-
was 360.
I think Yoda,
Yoda
was
was
a
a
pre-order
360 for
bonus.
sure,
Because I know I
fucking
had to
had it.
download Yoda. I have
Yeah.
Yoda. I had to download it.
Right, but if you didn't, you had to buy him
It was
Yeah,
a,
I think-
it was a
because
Good.
Yoda would come with 360, and if you pre-ordered it, you'd get Vader
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
because Yoda's green.
That makes
Vader,
sense, yeah.
Vader's black. Don't be racist.
I of course am not a fucking
Star Trek fan.
Star Trek fan. So like I play and I'm like, hey, that's cool. And that was it.
Right.
And before, I got hyped for like the fucking exclusives. Like I can't remember what 3 was. I'm not gonna
3 didn't have any.
Yeah, 3 didn't have any. Okay.
2 was the one that
But
had
two
the
had-
Link.
2 had Link
Spawn
and
and,
Spawn.
Xbox Link.
Heihachi.
And then Heihachi. Heihachi
Yes.
sucked, whatever.
He did. I was so disappointed in
From
him.
your other IP, big fucking whoop, We worked really hard to get him in the game.
yeah.
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 It's just lame. But,
Spawn was
See,
cool.
one of the things I didn't like for another one of the things I guess I didn't like for is that because it feels like they didn't give a lot of time to the characters that they had, like Vader and Yoda. They didn't give them like fleshed out. Why are they moving like this? Why do they have these moves? Whereas Link had his fucking Link felt good. Link felt like Link. Link hit hard like how
Link-
I saw Link
Link
would
had
hit.
a lot of what's the word?
Link
He had a lot of
moves?
fucking past experience with his movements because of Smash Bros. Because of the fucking
Right.
the 3D ones.
Mhm.
So I'm sure they went off of that, and they just went off of movie references. I'm thinking for
No,
obviously-
there,
Well, yes
obviously
and
fucking movie references.
there are other games.
Vader moves slow, and he doesn't have to hit fast because he's just so powerful,
Right.
etc.
Well, yes and no, but like if Vader was okay, Yoda was the one I was disappointed with. He's supposed to do a lot of flips and stuff. The only time we ever saw Yoda fight was fucking the prequels.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's a talk for another day. I'm just gonna say to you guys, I like the prequels. I know you don't, because
I
Star
haven't
Wars
seen
isn't
it.
your
I
thing.
haven't seen any Star Wars.
A Star Wars.
Star Wars.
But
Well,
yeah,
saw
I just
Star
felt like
Wars, the
they
girl
didn't
and the-
care about those characters enough.
yeah, it was weird. Like Yoda, like he could jump around and stuff, but a lot of his moves, he was like running around and jumping towards the guy. He wasn't doing much flips.
He
And
couldn't be
then-
grabbed. He could rarely be grabbed.
Yeah, because he's so short. And then they had the apprentice, and he was just a fucking force machine. Almost all his moves were just force grab, force push, force lightning, force.
I liked
force.
him. He was very aggressive.
He was, but that's all he had. Like he could do his attacks with the lightsaber, but it was mostly.
He was based
force.
off of Star Killer, right?
No, he was based off of the Apprentice game. Like there's an actual game based on him.
The game.
Force
The
Unleashed,
game.
or-
Yeah.
The Force Unleashed. Yeah.
Name.
Star Killer is his name.
Oh,
Yeah,
Star
like,
Killer is also the name. Another talk, but Star Killer is the name they wanted to go with for Luke in the first place.
oh, why didn't? Well, I don't know.
Well, like Skywalker, Star Killer.
yeah,
You know,
I don't.
what
do
sounds
Star Trek
what sounds
wars.
evil, what doesn't.
Star Killer.
A Star War.
Kill stars, dude.
We're probably gonna be talking
He's a
about movies
monster.
sometime soon, and in that I'll probably go ham on the Star Wars
Star
I
Wars
talk.
will
talk.
be fucking dead silent.
That will be like
I've never
a.
seen Star Wars.
That'd be a West Solo thing.
Here's
I
I'm
saw
gonna
the
tell you.
Force
I'm gonna tell you why I like
Unleashed
Star Wars.
fucking, Rogue One. that
Rogue
was
One.
it. So I'm like, okay.
Rogue One.
But
People are
back
gonna
in
hate me.
Soul
I
Calibur.
watched the Family Guy special. I can talk about that.
Yeah.
No, Soul
Family
Calibur
Guy.
4.
Welcome
to my house,
bitch.
Blech. Obviously, So every Soul Calibur before Soul Calibur 4 was
So
better.
this,
Giant turd on the fucking
I'm just gonna pull it off of Soul Calibur.
franchise.
Everybody knows we hate everything past 3. 5 is not even
Did
on
any of us
radar.
own 5?
5.
I did.
I did. Yes.
I
Did
pre-ordered
you?
5.
What happened to it?
fucking threw
What
it
the
away
fuck you
after I
think?
beat it.
What do you
Really?
think?
No, I didn't even beat it.
Story was meh. The create a character was practically not a thing.
Yeah, it was dumb.
I heard it was just juggling, or some shit like that.
See, I didn't
It's
play.
probably from pros that fucking know how to play the game though.
Yeah, I didn't play it
People-
very
People sucking their dicks.
professionally
Ugh.
at all. And when I say very professionally, I mean not at all.
Of course.
I
Uh,
hit like 10 buttons and I was done.
Yeah,
Bro, I did some mad shit when I fucking
mad
Sorry.
shit, yo. No, let's pull it off of Soul Calibur. Let's talk about some other childhood friendly games that we have played in our past.
The only real childhood games I have would be like
Mavis
Spyro
Bacon.
or fucking Link to the Past, Metroid Prime or Super Metroid, I guess. Super Metroid.
Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime. Well, there was an awful
GameCube.
piece of shit.
GameCube?
GameCube.
Prime?
I
GameCube?
didn't own a GameCube.
Never played it.
I tried it. I like it aesthetically.
Right.
I like the HUD. I like the controls are cool. I fucking died trying to kill this fucking. Oh, I think I couldn't run away from Ridley fast enough or some shit. And it restarted me at the beginning of a fight that had nothing to fucking do with Ridley. And this is literally the first level, so anyone listening probably did this shit. But not me, man. I was like, I'm not gonna redo that. That wasn't even fun the first time. Fuck this game. I gave it back to my friend and that was it. Sure, it's a good game if you like
It's not.
that shit.
It's not.
See, okay, so I've had friends that I've talked about the Metroid series with. I always tell them that I've only ever played Super Metroid, and I never even beat it. And I mean I'll tell you to this day, I'm just not a fan of the aesthetic. It's like where Dead Space wanted to be, I think, though, like where they wanted to grab from.
Played Dead Space.
And to me, I just didn't like it. I was like, this is boring. And I'm solely speaking about the old Metroids. But here's the thing: as soon as Castlevania came out with a fucking Metroid type game, and it was donned a new genre, Metroidvania, I loved the fuck.
Backtracking bullshit.
I loved the fuck out of that shit. I was like, what is this? This is the best game of all time. And for those of you that are listening, you probably understand that as the Symphony of the Night. And
Yeah.
spicy
I feel the
meatball.
same way about both of those.
Take it or leave it.
It
You take
doesn't
it or leave
look
it.
good to me.
Yeah.
Look
Oh.
at, and especially to fucking backtrack. I haven't tried it. I'm sure they're good,
All right.
as a whole. But I do that a lot though. Not for me. I'll just say so, and then I won't try it. But I
Right.
don't know. Maybe someday I'll be forced. To
I really
play.
wanted to try Other M. I
I
heard
got shit on.
I heard it was good
What is
at
other M?
first. The Metroid,
Oh, God.
Metroid Other M. It was the Wii.
After
I heard
Metroid Prime, I
nothing but
stopped
bad
paying
things.
attention to
It was
Metroid.
beautiful. I thought, God, that game looks gorgeous.
Graphically, yeah.
I'm like, I had some cards because it was like a pre-order bonus, and I had some friends that worked at GameStop at the time, so they were just like, hey, you want some of these fucking pictures from Other M? I was like, sure. So I took them, and they were cool looking. They were like, it was like if they had taken a picture in game and just posted it or like printed it out, on picture paper.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know about Other M because after Metroid Prime, I'm just like every game is gonna probably be like that.
After it came out, the critical acclaim, everybody fucking tore that game apart. They fucking destroyed that game.
I ever heard.
Which
yeah.
game?
Other M.
Oh,
Yeah, they hated it. Hated it with a passion. Everybody fucking focuses too hard on the story in
I
this
think
game.
she talks now or some
She
shit.
talks or some
and
shit.
it's just like, yeah, it's
Turned everybody off.
Probably, characterized her wrong. Some shit, I don't fucking know.
here we go. Yeah, other M. There's just I don't know. I only really played up to Prime, or I think Prime was the first one on GameCube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played up to that, and then everything after that, I'm just like, it's all garbage. It's shit.
Heard 2 was good. Dark or something? And then 3 just kind of had mixed reviews. Heard.
Talking about Prime still.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was basically just the same thing, same game.
I think at the time everybody was playing Prime. I think I was playing. That was what? That wasn't high school. That was a little bit before high school.
I'd say it.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like.
So then I was playing.
School,
I was playing Persona.
For us, I guess.
Were you?
I believe so.
Came out 2002.
Persona 3.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
I
don't
was doing.
remember you getting into that early.
Oh,
It wasn't something I shared because it wasn't like I didn't own it.
I was doing Kingdom
Okay.
Hearts at that point.
'Cause I remember
A buddy let me borrow it
few
for like
years
a
ago,
week.
You
I went
finally
ham.
got it,
I went
and
ham.
then you like, oh,
You said
Yeah.
Persona 3?
Yeah, Joe told me that, or she told you rather, that I was the one that introduced her to Persona. So that should be your. It's about 8. Joe is my wife. For those of you, for the
I don't think
uninitiated.
you've ever said so.
But
I don't even mentioned her yet.
8 years ago, I had introduced it to her. Like when we first knew each other. Like I was 18, so. And I had liked it for a few years before that already. So, yeah. Very good, Persona.
I was
I've
always,
only- Go ahead.
I was always kind of interested in the fucking the Shin Megami Tensei
Right.
thing because of
Megaten universe is what they call it.
what is it?
Megaten, because
okay.
of Shin Megami Tensei is mouthful.
Because it was a fucking everybody said.
I've always heard it Megaten.
Was it Nocturne?
Yes.
Yes, that one. That's the one that was marketed the most. At
That's
the time.
number 3 in Japan. Shin
Yeah.
Megami Tensei 3. Nocturne is what it's called.
Yeah. Also with Dante from Devil May
Here
Cry.
it's just called Nocturne.
I don't know what that is.
But
It's just a Shin Megami
And-
Tensei game.
it
That
got
is.
rave reviews. I saw it, like everybody fucking loved it. Had a bunch of cool mechanics.
Right.
And I like the anime style because it's unique to that dude that fucking draws it, you know?
Yeah, it is.
And it's
for sure.
really cool looking.
Mhm.
And then like the elaborate designs on the demons and whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so Alex,
Never
let
played
me let me go ahead and explain what Shin Megami Tensei is. We actually watched a video, Shin Megami Tensei's history, not too long ago.
Explain it?
It kind of explained what it was, but it's pretty much rough cut for those of you that don't care. It's like it's humans pretty much coexisting with monsters that come from an app on like the phone or like a computer app. And that's where Persona derives from. Persona is Shin Megami
You talking
Tensei
about the
Persona.
original one? Because like,
Shin Megami Tensei 1,
okay.
or at first it was
After
just
that,
at first
pretty
it was
much the
just
world fucking ended, and you're trying not to.
at first it was just Megami
or something
Tensei.
like that.
Megami Tensei, I think it was pulled straight off of like novels or some shit like that. And then they made Shin Megami Tensei, which was like a remake or some kind of I don't know, retelling of some sort. And it gets fucking convoluted. I from what I understand, the timeline has nothing to do with each other. Like each game has nothing to do. It's Zelda-esque.
It's just, I'm sure, the same monsters and shit.
Definitely.
That's
You
about
can
it.
pull up Pyro Jack or Jack Frost. Maybe not Jack Frost. Maybe not Jack Frost, but Pyro Jack for sure. Is like a little jack-o'-lantern type dude.
Jack Frost is not in.
He's in all of the Megami Tensei games.
I don't know. What'd you say? Maybe not him then.
Jack Frost.
Because Jack Frost, if you Googled it, you'd get other Jack Frost iterations.
Oh, you're right.
Actual Jack Frost.
Yeah. Yeah, but those are the most recognizable demons, or in Persona's case, they're called shadows.
Oh, are they? I thought they were
Yeah.
called
Another
Persona.
thing about that Jack Frost. When I first got my DS, it came with fucking Snowboard Kids.
Fuck me, dude. No.
SBK version, you know?
No.
And fucking Jack Frost is in it as a playable
Oh
character.
my god, yeah.
So is Black Frost and another Frost, which I can't fucking remember. I think my
I can tell
and
you.
they're unlockable, and I couldn't unlock anything.
I can tell you exactly what Black Frost is. That's just how to the lore I am. Black Frost, and I'm going to tell you this, Black Frost is a Jack Frost born with evil intentions.
Fucked up,
Period.
dude.
Can you fucking believe that?
That's funny.
I would have never made that assumption.
But see, those are classic games that, like the Persona, the Mega 10 games. Those are games that I didn't get into well into high school, well into their lifespan. You know, I didn't hop into those as a kid or nothing.
How far back are we talking? Are we talking about like anything pre PS3?
Mm-hmm.
Is old school?
Well,
Technically, it is.
technically,
I guess.
yeah, I suppose the
PS2 is a little reaching, but it's fucking old now.
the
you know?
PS3
It
is
is.
kind of old.
It is.
PS3 is
Seven
old.
years?
Oh,
Is that what we agreed on?
2005 or 2006.
Jesus Christ.
5 and 10 probably.
Oh, it's 2017. My bad.
Yeah, it was 2006.
Oh, I got it.
Man,
I think when I was 19. My 19th,
Really?
19th birthday.
So
I
when
got
the
it.
fuck did it come out here? I remember being in high school and people ditched to, get the PS3.
Yeah.
yeah, first release in Japan November 11th, 2006,
Okay.
and then NA release was November 17th, 2006.
Okay, not too bad. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I mean, I get how are we saying it? Like you said, well, that's not. We were talking N64 earlier. You said all I have really is N64 games, and we're like,
Yeah,
well, that's
as far
that's
back as
retro,
I go.
dude. That's
I
what are you
guess
talking?
I still feel like
I mean,
you know,
if
the
if
early
PS3 can
2000s
be
and 90s
considered
are, like,
classic,
10 years ago to me,
Nintendo 64 was in 1996,
bro, it's insane.
Yeah, I didn't have one till 2001 at the very end of its lifespan.
Yeah, I know I got one for my birthday
remember-
immediately.
I got it from fucking
I
got
never.
it immediately.
He said I never got one.
Yeah, I never owned a Nintendo console after the SNES.
I played the NES, SNES or whatever. It's just says. Anyways, I played those, never owned them. But yeah. Well, I fucking got the 64 at the end of its lifespan, and like a month or two later, we fucking go to Best Buy to buy some games, and these fucking guys just got rid
Gone.
of it. It's like
All of them gone.
I was like, oh,
That's funny.
you had to go to fucking Blockbuster and shit
Yeah.
like that. The little pop shops. What was it? I don't know how far fucking Game Crazy went, but that was a store here that
Yeah,
I'd go buy my games
I
from.
think it made it out east.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was an
Game
east.
Crazy.
I know it was attached to Hollywood Video, so
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Hollywood Videos.
we'd go there.
I owned pretty much all of the Nintendo consoles, NES, the SNES, the N64, and the GameCube. But see, there was a spot in that time when I was just so satisfied with my N64. We didn't even bother getting a GameCube until a few years after it was out.
N64
I
was
always
so good.
wanted a GameCube. Didn't get one.
Yeah.
Until high school, I bought one for like $40.
To this day, I've never owned a fucking GameCube.
I had like 3 fucking games for it.
You don't need to anymore. The Wii made it obsolete.
Melee.
Not to mention the emulators.
What game?
Talking about the games I had for the fucking.
Yeah,
GameCube.
what did you name first?
Melee. And what was the other one? Super Mario Sunshine,
Melee.
and then like Mario Party, whatever. Like that was it. And then like some fucking shitty 18-wheeler game, and shit that I didn't buy that came with it because I got it at a garage sale. Yeah.
My buddy had a GameCube before I did, and he had a Mario Party 5 on that, and I made you guys play that with me once, just because it had the fucking cars in it, the battle cars, and boy, I had such fond memories of going through that fucking game and getting all these parts and earning all this money, and like the last time we played it, I was just like, this is lackluster. I remember it being so fucking like intense and like, don't hit me, bro. And it's not that good.
Not that good.
It's not that good. Mario Party 5, the Mario Party part of it was just Mario Party. There's nothing special.
That was all I had to fucking for. Oh, I did buy Twilight Princess for it, like probably like in 2010. Some shit, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan of it, unfortunately. Good game.
Yeah, I didn't own a lot of fucking Nintendo anything. There's SNES, I just didn't. It was PlayStation 1. I got PlayStation 1, I played Spyro. I was set for fucking Sony. I was like, okay, Sony, let's see what you got. Played Spyro, Siphon Filter, Ridge Racer, bunch of different games for the PlayStation.
Fucking Ridge Racer. I didn't play any of those fucking games.
I thought that was on the 64 too. Yeah,
it was. Well, Ridge Racer 64 was.
Oh, okay. Of course.
Ridge Racer.
If it didn't have 64
I was on the
in the title,
64 for fucking forever.
Most people were.
What? You said the 64?
Yeah, I was on the 64.
Yeah, me too, dude. It was forever.
I owned a PS1 in like '96. I want to say.
Maybe 97.
Maybe. So I had it in
fucking Christ.
Yeah. 94, Jesus.
Yeah.
Japan though.
I don't fucking know how.
95 and or no. North America, 95.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I had it in like.
It was out before the 64. Right? Because 64 came out in 96.
Yeah, 64 came out in
That's
96.
see, that's what everybody always fucking talks about. They had this. Yeah, well, they were gonna make a combo thing with the disc and a cartridge and blah 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 blah. And so it was gonna be a Sony Nintendo N64.
Yeah, so I had the fucking PS1, but my parents didn't buy me games for it. And if they did, for some fucking reason, the PS1 wouldn't read it, and then we couldn't get refunds for it because stores are shitty. So all I would do is play fucking you know, the old demo discs that had like a screen full of fucking, you know, pictures.
Right.
Moving fucking clips, and you'd play a demo or watch a video.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like 4 of those fucking things, and I would just play all the demos, fucking Armored Core.
Armored Core was a good game.
What was it?
That game?
Crash Bandicoot. And eventually I did get 2 of the Crash Bandicoot games, and I loved them. I did have 2 of the Spyros, 1 and 3 for some reason. I had those. That was about it. Oh, there was a Tomb Raider fucking demo I played all the time, and I could not figure out how to get this woman fucking walk like a normal human being. She just like robotic movements, and I couldn't get her to fucking traverse a goddamn wall. And it was like, okay, I killed the fucking tiger, I climbed this thing, and now I don't know where to go. Ta-da, let me just jump off this thing till I die. I don't know. That was my experience with the PS1. Unfortunately, I grew up poor, so no video games for me. Yeah. Didn't really care for it. The polygons fucked me up. I really enjoyed the fucking 64.
Yeah.
It looked smoother, less like...
It was. The 64 was definitely a more advanced system than the PlayStation. I will admit that.
I mean...
Probably not on paper, though.
I think...
Not on paper, maybe.
I think Nintendo had their style, right? Like they do now.
They had the demographic right. It was for kids for the most part.
Yeah, it was for kids for the most part. Yeah. But like with Mario, you don't have to make these hyper realistic
You don't.
fucking jungles and, you know, like make Lara Croft climb up a damn
though. They were all fucking triangles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it kind of fit for the era, right? But
It was
like Final
a
Fantasy
progression.
VII,
They were trying to
Final
do
Fantasy
their own
VII
thing.
fucked me right up, dude. I was like, I can't see a damn thing. One, I'm colorblind.
Okay.
It muds together completely. I couldn't fucking play it until we had like a remastered version or something with like a higher resolution. You know, I was like, oh, I get it now. Stuff like Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah,
Couldn't see that shit.
I can understand that.
That pasted background with like a 3D foreground. It's ridiculous.
I'll admit I can't see that sometimes too.
So
I'm
like
not colorblind.
But see, those also came into my life later on because I owned a PS2 before I owned a PS1 because I was definitely not a Sony guy.
Yeah.
I was like, my parents, honestly, I was so far out of the loop, I didn't know what people owned until like I hung out with friends, you know?
I wasn't a Sony guy until I had a PS2
Right.
because I fucking hated the PS. It's just because of my lack of games, and I had it before analog was a thing.
Right.
That control sucked. That control before analog was garbage.
It was, yes.
I could not.
It was. Ugh.
I could not. It was impossible to play the games that I had.
I
with
would
that control.
my only my only experience, I guess, with like PS1 games, PS2 games, I would have to rent out the console because my parents wouldn't buy me one. Like if I'd go to Colorado with my mom, you know, just to visit her, she'd rent me out a PS1 because apparently they were balls
pretty cool.
expensive.
Yeah, they were.
And I'd
They
play
were.
games that I
They
already knew of, because you know I'd hang out with my friends or something. You know, I'd find games, spend the night at their house, and play those games, and like that was my only experience. And then one day, because of Leo, my buddy's Leo, he had a PS2, and we were playing this game called Champions of Norath, which I
That was PS2.
highly recommend. PS2, yes. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I need a PS2, dude. Give me a PS2. He finds a guy that's selling the PS2 for like $20, and that was how I owned a PS2 before I owned a PS1. Was shitty, broken down, beat up PS2, no controller. But I owned it. If I could find a controller, it was mine.
Had a weird experience with the PS2. So we got it a little bit after launch. We got it for Christmas. I don't know, 11 or some shit. And the only game they got for us was Time Splitters.
Oh no.
And that game was fucking possible if you're a 10 or 11-year-old. And we couldn't fucking play it. And you know what they did? Instead of getting us a different game, they just returned it because we couldn't play it, apparently.
Funny.
Because they thought we hated it. That was fun. Then, you know, a couple years later, obviously, we get a fucking PS2. And there's lots of games out for it, and I thoroughly enjoy that thing. I don't know. PS2. ATV Off-Road Fury, it came with the system.
Of course, yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Everybody had
Off-Road
that.
Fury 2. Gotta specify.
You open that door right there. It was 2. It came with 2. I think I only played 1. Off-Road
Yeah.
Fury 1. Was that wasn't PS2?
Was
it?
Yes. It was a phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. Great soundtrack, turned me on to rock music and weird shit like that. Fucked me up. Mexican kids ain't listening to fucking rock music. Hear you to Gramercy Park. And fucking what did I get? Ratchet and Clank you brought up earlier. I love that. I really got into these dumb dot hack games. I love the shit out
Fuck
of
off,
those.
dumb.
I'm the biggest fan of
those were
those
some
games.
badass games, dude.
But
boring as shit.
boy, did
though.
I get fucking into those games. I gave everything a fucking shot. It was like the fucking N64 all over, just variety,
Right.
you know? Yeah, the PS2 is probably my second favorite, next to the 64, just because, honestly, probably nostalgia plays a lot into it.
Of
Oh,
course,
absolutely.
Because games now, they blow those games out of the water,
of course.
gameplay-wise. As the experience goes, it's, you know, one of my favorites.
Yeah, actually, thinking about it, PS1 was probably my favorite. I probably enjoyed more time with PS1 than I did to PS2. Looking back at all the games and shit that I owned. Like, I don't know how many people played fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but I can guarantee you I logged in over 500 hours on that shit.
I had a friend
Everybody played that shit.
that he got an insane score on that, and he was probably also 11 or 12. And his cousin, who was like a deadbeat, literally did nothing but try to beat this little kid's fucking score on Tony Hawk.
It's amazing.
And like every time I'd go over, he's still trying to beat the score. It was ridiculous.
That's
Like
amazing.
everybody loved Tony Hawk, and I never got to play them, unfortunately. I did like
You didn't
what I
miss much.
played. I liked the music. It was cool. I kind of have a little envy of you guys fucking getting to play Tony Hawk.
Yeah, it was fun. I actually played all the Tony Hawk games up until the most recent one. I don't know if you heard about that one. That one was fucking stupid retarded.
Heard.
You played all of the Tony Hawk up until the recent ones.
Up
Or
until the
into
recent,
the most recent one?
I believe. I think I don't even remember.
I mean, Tony Hawk's been coming out with games like fucking mad.
I think they
I
don't
swear
even
to
use
God.
numbers sometimes, right?
Correct. Yeah. I think Ride was even his game. It wasn't called Tony Hawk, but it was.
Well, I owned all of the. I owned starting from the very first Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Yeah, here there's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, 3, 4, Underground 2, American Wasteland, Project 8, Proving Ground, and Pro Skater 5. I owned 1, 2, 3, 4, Underground 1 and 2, American Wasteland, and Project 8. I didn't own Proving Ground because I didn't know that existed, or Pro Skater 5.
Okay, so you didn't get 5.
Yeah.
Up until Underground 2 is when I stopped playing. 'Cause I thought they
Most
were
people
garbage
did.
at that point.
Yeah. Underground 2 was kind of dumb after.
2 was my favorite.
2. Oh yeah, I love 2. 2 was. Oh my God, so good. I fucking holy shit, so many. I think out of the fucking PS1 games, my most played ones were definitely Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and either Resident Evil or Dino Crisis, which is virtually
Right.
Dino Crisis. Just dinosaur.
I mean, it's so weird to hear about like how I've played all these like PS1 games that you're talking about, but when I owned a PS1, I hardly played it. You know, I was already I moved on to DS games at that point. I was like, DS games are my shit. I'm gonna continue playing regular DS games, and
Fucking phenomenal.
I mean, dude,
No,
you get some portability to your fucking games. There ain't no competition.
I've never enjoyed that, the portability. The only thing I ever played portably was fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Somehow
Oh
it works. I
my
used to be
fucking
against
God.
it.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Forbidden Memories was
Forbidden fucking memories, dude. Oh my God, I used to fucking buy packs because it had like a code thing.
Yeah.
Every fucking card on like for the first few generations of Yu-Gi-Oh! Would have like a code, and you could put that fucking code into Forbidden Memories and get that card. Boy, oh boy, did I collect
A lot
for
of
that
them were
fucking
like
game
that
alone.
Until fucking recent, right?
Yeah.
I
that
guess,
was-
yeah, I guess, and I didn't.
I,
But that was
uh,
my first Yu-Gi-Oh game, and I was like, "This shit's amazing."
I played it and I was like, I didn't own it. Some kid let me play it. And it had like fucking Chinese cards, not Japanese cards. They were Chinese cards. And the fucking codes worked on the game.
Beautifully.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. And then, I got like a bunch of shit. It was before I had like Harpy's Feather Duster or something,
Right.
before the show he had even gotten to that part.
Yeah.
And just like I had a bunch of stuff like that and it was cool. And I never got into it unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I was like a master trick. I'm really good at collecting things. So I had like all the card exclusives from the games, like the one where you trade the hand or some shit like that. And there was like a pink dragon, and I can't remember getting tongue tied. Can't remember what else, but I had all the cards at the time, and it's neat to me that they would give you a fucking free card for buying a game, which is a gimmick, but
I
it's
was,
nice.
dude. I
being a
was
kid.
so hyped because I had like 4 different blue eyes, each with their own fucking code. Like you had the hollow blue eyes, and then you had the normal blue eyes, and then you had this blue eyes with different art, and you had this one,
The blue eyes with
And I
the
had, like-
tablet behind it.
And
or
I swear to
whatever.
God, I had like 5 different dark magicians. And I was just like, because I had no knowledge of anything except for the show, I was like, these are the 2 strongest cards in the fucking game. And I have like a million of them. And I just put them in this fucking game, and I'm like, I'm gonna tear shit. And I did. And I did. And I beat that game so
Up to a certain
handily.
point, because in Forbidden Memories, you got the weird ass
Wasn't
shit.
there
Like
the
it wasn't.
limit of 4 though?
What's that?
The limit of 4.
In your deck, sure, but
Yeah.
like you
3.
still get to keep them.
3. Oh, okay.
You'd still get to keep them like in your collection. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I was just like, I have so many fucking cards.
Not to mention, like, I loved that game, but I hated it because it wasn't like the actual fucking actual game. You know, like
Forbidden
Memories.
Memories?
Yeah, because to fuse shit, remember you just like pick 2 cards or pick up to your whole hand.
No, Forbidden Memories was the PS1 game.
Yeah, it was.
What am I talking about? Eternal Duelist Soul?
Well, Forbidden Memories, you can
Look
do
up
that
Eternal
too.
Duelist Soul. I think that's the. I'm okay.
I think
So I'm
Eternal
talking about.
Duelist Soul was.
I'm talking about the Game Boy Advance game.
Game Boy Advance.
That's the one I played. That's the one I played the shit out of. Yeah,
That one's the
There was a
accurate
couple
one.
of them.
That one's the normal one.
there were, but Eternal Duelist Soul. I think,
That
was
was
the, most popular
the
one.
fucking
Look at the fucking
best.
card exclusives. There's one where you trade the hands, and there's like a pink fucking dragon, and there was another one.
Well, I think the
Oh my
Pink
God.
Dragon. Was
Oh my God,
from
I
the
must have it.
video shit.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe so. That Pink Dragon.
I thought it was badass because it was Blue Eyes esque
Yeah.
stylistically. It wasn't as
Forbidden Memories was definitely strange. I feel like you could speed run that just by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Well, no, there's a lot of strategy.
My favorite
strategy.
Yu-Gi-Oh game was the Duelist of the Roses,
I
PS2.
never got to play that.
I always wanted it because I saw the ad for it,
PS2.
and it made it look like it would fucking project and all that, you know.
Yeah. It was chess. It was essentially chess with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Kind of. I guess I'd chalk it more to Disgaea with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Because it was like grid-based, but they could all move however you wanted them to move.
Yeah. Okay. So there were 3 cards for Eternal Duelist Soul. You got Exchange, which was you exchange hands or exchange a card, and then there was a Grateful and Skull Dice.
A what?
Grateful and Skull Dice.
I remember the Skull Dice. I had that shit.
Yeah, Grateful Dice was just they were the same card basically. Skull Dice, you know, all monsters your opponent controls loses attack and defense equal to Skull. Graceful Dice was all monsters you control gain.
Look at the picture.
Little bit off topic
Both
here.
of those. They look great holographic.
Little bit off topic here. I remember my first Yu-Gi-Oh card of all time because I didn't know where to buy packs yet, but I'd already been to a card shop. There was a card I really liked, and it was the Silver Wolf.
Silver Wolf.
And I thought, what the hell? Like 1,200 attack? That's cool. So I'm like,
remember
I'm gonna
that.
pay you $8
He
for this
looks like-
fucking card. That's so fucking retarded.
I think I just got it from someone. Like, I want this thing from you, and it was Tiny Dragon.
Okay.
And at the time, I thought it was adorable.
Yeah, it was
And I
cute.
thought, like, hey, maybe this guy's got a fucking thing like Baby Dragon, where he
Right.
turns into. No, he didn't. It was just a one-off little adorable thing that sucked.
Oh yeah,
And that was
when-
my first card.
I didn't have a first card. I had a first pack. I did buy a pack when it first came
Look at
out.
me, he says.
But
Fucking-
the rare card that I got out of the first pack, no shit, was a fucking piece of Exodia. And I didn't know it was a piece of Exodia.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Heard that fucking story a
And
million
I was
times.
I was angry because I traded it for a Reaper of the Cards. Which is a piece
Oh
of shit
yeah,
card.
no, but okay, so what was it, like 5 years ago? We were fucking around with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and you had all yours still.
I still have mine.
You, and he had like 3 sets of full
Yeah,
full
exactly.
sets of Exodia. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Alex?
Now he's got 4 because
Now he's got 4 because of this fucking set. This
You buy
this
the fucking
goddamn
Yugi deck and it
anniversary
gives it to you.
Yugi deck. They're
And they're worthless.
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 100%.
Because Exodia is impossible to get out, and it's because they've limited it so they've limited everything
made
you
it
use
so.
to get
Limited,
Exodia.
so.
Yeah.
They fucking fucked up everything with that game.
I honestly don't fucking know how the hell I got cards. I probably just traded Chinese bootleg cards for real cards or something.
Same, yeah.
I think I remember I
Yeah.
gave you some cards if I
Stole
remember
some.
correctly. Because I remember in high school I got rid of a fuck ton of cards. I just started giving them away to people. I don't remember. I know I didn't give
He
all of them
gave
away
me
to
some
one person.
when we were like 20, but not in high school. In high school, I was over it. I had all my cards stolen in 7th grade, And that was it. And my heart was broken.
That was it. Never going back.
Except for the time we went back. Collected.
Right. What was it? 2000, 2010, 2011, I think, when we went ham on the Pokemon cards. Alex, you and me?
I don't know. I think it was about that.
10 or 09.
Yeah,
Around
something like that.
Yep.
When one night we were playing with some cards that we owned, and Alex was like, "Fuck it, we should just go buy some cards." We walk out with like $600 worth of fucking Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
You guys are probably asking like, "How do you guys?" Don't ask. Just don't ask.
Toys R Us was open.
Oh, what a fucking mistake that is, by the way. Never ever go to Toys R Us for Pokemon cards or anything of the sort. I swear to God, you can buy a Wii U for $250 everywhere else, but no, it fucking at fucking yeah, at fucking Toys R Us, it's $399. Fuck you, Toys R Us. Sponsor us. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I used to love that place, dude. I used to love that place.
It's so soulless and boring now.
It's so empty in my heart.
Yeah.
I walk through there expecting whimsical. Right. I walk through expecting like a whimsy.
I fucking walk in there and no kid is happy to be there.
None. Zero.
It's like they're fucking shopping for food. They're just walking down the aisles like,
yeah,
okay,
because they know they can't have any of that shit. You know, your parents are taking you there for a $10 fucking toy, not 3-4 foot
I guess
stormtrooper.
Well, not even that. The stormtrooper could be like not even half a foot big, and it'll still cost $60.
Ain't for no fucking kid.
That stormtrooper ain't for fucking kids, dude.
For a nerd to have in his study or whatever.
Fucking Post Malone has one of those. That should just go to show you. Right?
Yeah.
Post. Fuck off, Post Malone. You know who Post Malone. I didn't know who Post Malone was until like 3 days.
Digimon Rumble Arena was good too.
It was.
For PS1 game. I played that well into my PS2's lifespan. Sure.
Played that once.
I think I only tried the third one and it wasn't my thing.
There a third one?
Not Rumble Arena, no. World, I think.
Oh, World? Yeah, World was definitely not my thing. World was out of the ordinary for me.
Is that just a fighting game?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was
cool.
It was Tekken for Digimon.
Well,
Digimon.
Tekken? Or Smash Bros. Digimon?
Tekken. There were no items like there are on Smash Bros. And there was no technical skill. It was whoever can push your buttons fastest.
Can you jump around the fucking map?
But Tekken had technical skill. I'm not.
Tekken places you.
That's what I'm saying with
Digimon. You're
Digimon.
kind of in
Right,
like a circular motion.
Digimon had a map, like, and
Did it?
platforms.
Where you jump around.
Kinda.
That's kind of cool then.
Some of them had platforms, not all of them.
I must be thinking of 2.
Could be.
Because that one was definitely platforms and like Super Smash Bros. Esque.
Yeah, I broke that game.
Good.
Why? I was so angry for some reason and snapped it in half and threw it away. Yeah, definitely. PS1 was my game. Absolutely.
Yeah. They were.
PS1?
Yeah, I mean, I love the PS2 and I played a lot of the games, but you know, playing Digimon Rumble Arena, Dino Crisis, Resident Evil,
it all comes down
Final
to
Fantasy 7 and 8
molded you in a way, right?
For
Yeah.
For the most part, I suppose I'd say that Castlevania, that game. Castlevania and Star Fox. Star Fox 64 is my shit, and which is why I played 64 well into like the GameCube's lifespan.
Yeah. For me, it was literally every fucking game on the 64. Like, I played the dumbest games on the Glover.
Glover was the shit, dude.
Glover?
God, Glover was awful.
You're a fucking Glover. And
You
want
wanna-
to ball places? Super Mario 64, of course.
Yeah,
I
who
had
did
Tekken Gold. Not Tekken, my dumbass. Killer Instinct Gold.
Killer Instinct Gold.
I loved Killer
I
Instinct.
really enjoyed
Killer
that.
Instinct 2, I think, was also on
Had
the
Mortal
64.
Kombat 2.
Was Killer Instinct 2 on the 64?
That's Gold. Yeah, that's what it's called. I
Oh,
believe.
is it? I thought
Yeah.
Gold was 3.
Uh-uh. Turok. I never could beat Turok. I never could play that game. I didn't understand it.
Yo,
But
Turok,
I did-
Banjo Kazooie, and Conquer.
I didn't
My
get to,
fucking
didn't get to play
God.
Banjo Kazooie. I always wanted to. I played it for like a second and I enjoyed it, and that was about it. Donkey Kong 64, phenomenal.
Absolutely.
What else? Smash Bros, of course. Zelda. Ocarina of Time. It introduced me to the series, which I'm sure happened to a lot of kids. Fucked me up. That Majora's Mask. Love those fucking games. Tracer.
Yeah.
Fucking 1080 snowboarding. Fucking
SSX tricky. No, that was a PS2 game, I think. SSX
even
was snarl
GoldenEye
on
was
it.
fun for a bit.
Couldn't stand it.
I enjoyed it.
Couldn't stand it. I was the only
You know
one that
what I
fucking owned it,
couldn't-
and my friends, and they were all like, "Come over, Wes." I'm like, "You just want me for my
was
GoldenEye." I never played it without them.
You'd always just pick on one person and kill them over and over. Of course, we don't.
Oh, it's because they always chose the small dude.
Oh, the bald guy or
What the fuck's his name? I don't remember.
I don't know.
The midget.
I know who you're talking about.
I know
yeah.
that's not a good word,
Anyways.
but the small guy.
We'd only ever fucking play in the fucking Egyptian level with like the doors that went up. Every other place sucked, so we just would play there, me and my friends, and that was good times. Where there was like, anyways, shooting games suck.
The only, Nintendo 64 stuff was like my world into owning my own shit, but I owned the NES for a long time,
Lucky.
very long time, and I was playing original Zelda on that all the time, all the fucking time. Had no idea what I was doing, of course, but
I played Super Mario Bros. When I was like 3. There's a picture of me crying because they're trying to take a photo of me and my relatives, and
you sucked.
and I'm crying because I'd rather be fucking playing.
Oh,
I never fucking owned the system or anything, but I was always a fan of Nintendo.
I think that's gonna round it out. I think it's about an hour.
Yeah,
What about that?
We just kind of rambled.
just rambled.
What this is
Sorry.
about?
Is it?
There's
Yeah.
incoherent babble.
We didn't. It's not
You
like
guys
we
just like
rambled
listening.
about nothing.
Maybe you guys can leave us for your pet, so that nobody.
Right.
So they feel like,
Right.
So they feel that someone's at home. Just let them listen to us.
Right.
Uh,
Right. I think that's about it. Say goodbyes and
Yeah, dudes.
see
Goodbye.
you next time and whatnot.
Next time.
Next time.
Sure.
Bye, guys.